Hello everyone, welcome to Mermaid Soul Readings. Delighted to have you here. I truly appreciate the time you take to connect with my energy. Let's start with today's reading. As it's mentioned in the title, what have people realized about you? That's what the reading will be about. Okay, so let us see what have people. It could be about anything which at first they thought you're something and then now you are entirely different, or what they have realized, what they have understood about you. This would be ancient wisdom grandmother. Okay, and from the Little Red Riding Hood, this is Wild Swan's Nettle, and this is Forbidden Chamber from the Bluebird. Feel centered and pick your pile. Alright, hope you've got enough time to pick your pile. Okay, let us start with today's reading with pile number 1. What have people realized about you? Whatever you. Okay, first I will explain the characterization and then let's go to get into the details. This is not about your age, okay? They say that the wisdom you carry is like you, the wisdom you carry, it makes you, the way you carry yourself, it makes you look like as though you are, you carry the wisdom of a very matured person. Your persona seems to be very matured, but they thought actually you are a person who is by looks, maybe by looks, they thought you are a person who is very young and could be naive, or could be easygoing, or could be like, yeah, that's what they thought. But actually you are a person who carries ancient wisdom from your ancestors, and you are the one who's carrying the lineage, the wisdom from your lineage, and it has been passed on to you, and you seem to be the main person. What they have realized about you, the knowledge you have, the wisdom you have, it's not just something you just like that you have it. You know what you're doing, and yeah, you know what you're doing. You just don't do things on a whim. That's the kind of wisdom you possess. It's all about who you are. And who you are is not just only about you. You have been carrying uh, wisdom from your past lives. So people can understand how mature you are, how you talk, how you, yeah. It is always, it is understood. That's what they had understood about, realized about you. And there is also certain things, okay? You go back and forth with an idea. You are a person who doesn't just easily accept things. Okay, even when it comes your way, you will only take what is needed, and you will only look at what is needed. You just don't give your energy to everything and anything that comes off. You are a self-sufficient person. Though you know that it carries some sort of Okay, it could be an extension of something, it could be something, a new offer. How much ever you feel, if you think that doesn't align with you, even if you feel like you lost something, if you feel like that doesn't align with you, you don't take it, you don't encourage it, you don't give energy to it. That's what people have understood about you. There might be people who are, supporting or offering you or trying to lure you with something. It's not about, I cannot call it lure. Maybe some people are like that, and some could have been trying to test you with something. Hey, this is what it is, this is what this is going on, would you like to join? Or if you feel like that you do not want that energy, you're not going to, it's not something that is serving your purpose, you just don't give energy to it, and people have realized about it. You're very clear and sensible whether you wanted to go ahead with an offer or not, whether you wanted to give anything. You're very clear and sensible. Until you get the right information, you don't just step into things. Even if you wanted to give, if you wanted to provide, or if you wanted to go ahead and offer something to someone, or support somebody, or to someone, you will not just straight away jump onto it. No, you are going to stand, find, figure out, and then you are going to do it. That's what people have understood about you. And when you give, right? But when you decide that you wanted to give, there is this enormous amount of love. You have a very big heart. When you give, you just give it wholehearted, and that is also seen, and it comes from your heart, it comes from your wholehearted love. That's how you give, that's how you provide. And there is so much of peace, and people, when they receive it, they receive it with your energy, with so much of peace, so much of love. That is also something people have understood about you. This seemed to be like a person uh, who's very careful, planned, pre-planned, and also sometimes, okay, there's also something which you need to, when something is offered to you, I see you feeling bad also sometimes. This is just for you, okay? I see you sometimes feeling bad that you could not take things just like everybody else. You know why you couldn't do that? Because just like everybody else, you are not a person who is meant to do what others are doing. You listen to your intuition, but then you still feel bad because whatever that is happening around you is entirely different. The people around you are entirely different, and you feel a little left out in this kind of environment wherever you are. Whatever, it could be about work, it could be about personal or professional or whatever life, wherever that is happening, you feel a little left out because people around you are a little different from you. Because of the maturity you have, because of the wide knowledge you have, you cannot do everything and be everything others want you to do. You have a certain goal in life, certain dream which you wanted to achieve, and accordingly you move. And what you're doing is right. Pile number one, this is just me saying you, giving you guidance, okay? Rest of it, people are thinking just like how I told you. Let us see what else you need to know. That you get into introspection mode. You get into introspection mode, okay? When something doesn't work out, when something doesn't align with you, you think that there's something wrong with you, and then you get into the introspection mode. People are thinking that when you do not want anything, when you reject, they just feel that you like to be alone, or you like to be in that place. That's what people think about, because you want some sort of balanced energy, and that is what is working for you in your life. And they just feel like you are a person who is very well grounded, rooted in your firmness, and you do not change and you will not change for anybody, and you're very clear about that. This Queen of Pentacles, for me, it looks like as though a person who is very sure about what they want and never change their belief, and very rooted in their firmness. And yeah, this is what I wanted, this is what is happening, this is how it is, very well sorted. If anything else come my way, I'm just going to ignore it. Which is good for you, which is good for your energy, which is good for your purpose, and that's how you're sitting, that's how people are actually looking at you. There is this quiet softness around you, okay? There is this yeah, there is this softness around you. At the same time, it is firm. There is also firm, you're having this firm belief about you, or people have got this firm belief about you, that there is this balanced sort of energy which is firm, grounded, and well rooted. At the same time, you are not a person who can be compromised. There is lot of in and out that will happen in your mind, but I don't see anything that you are showing out to people. So whatever energy you're reflecting out, that's how people understand you. That's how people understand you, okay? And sometimes, yes, when there is an unknown, you just try to figure out why this isn't working, why you just wanted to work out things very fast. That is also, people have realized about you. When there's unknown, you try to dig in and figure out and find out and what is wrong and what is not wrong, why. That is also something people have realized about you. You are very swift when it comes to when someone says no, or when something doesn't align your way, you also try to change pace. You change your energy and you change your pace, and then you wanted to know things. But there are so many other things, you're just keeping it to yourself, maybe because you are a person who's highly matured. Maybe you could be sensitive, maybe you could be sensitive also. Yeah, maybe. Okay. So I don't see you discussing everything. Whatever energy you're projecting out, this is how you want to be seen, or this is how your energy is. These are the energies you actually project out. There are other certain energies within you that is not seen to everyone. So people are just thinking for how you project your energy. What else people have realized about you? Man, you don't leave a fight. Yeah, you have an eye on everything. You don't leave a fight. Sometimes you get caught up in all the situation. You don't just leave anything unturned. Yeah, even if anything that doesn't work, even if anything that is not even if anything, you just, if you feel like there is something therein for me, you make sure that you dissect, or you try to figure out whatever it is, and you don't, if something comes your way unnecessarily, I don't see you getting into anything. If anything comes your way, I don't see you taking a step back. You just go there, give your all in, you give your full participation and come. Give your full participation, whether you win it or not, you give your full participation. You just don't back off from any sort of fight that comes your way unnecessarily. I don't see you going and fighting for anything. You are not that. I'm not trying to say that. What I'm trying to say, if anything comes your way that should be actually addressed, you address it in whichever way that you need to address, whichever level of energy you're going to give, you give it. And then whether it is confusing or not confusing, nothing actually uh, leaves out of you. You try to see things, everything. Nothing goes out of your way. That is also something people have realized about you. Sometimes people cannot actually understand you. Sometimes you seem to be like a person, since there are like different characterization. I had said there are different personas of you, and sometimes people cannot understand you. Sometimes you come out as some sort of a mystery also. Because of this ancient wisdom you have, you provide, I think you're very much guarded. Your energy is guarded, and that is why this fight and all is needed. It is needed, and you know it. And you don't care about what others think, right? On the flip side, I see you also sometimes little worried about why I did not take that, why I did not. I could have just taken that opportunity. I could have just gone. I could have just participated, something like that. But I think, yeah. But the way you project it out is coming out as entirely different. You're very careful and guarded and clear about what you want. That is also there. This is just the other side of you going back and thinking. What else you need to know? Final card. What else you need to know? Magician. You know who you are, you know what you want, and you just go ahead with that. So you do not care much about other things. Whatever you want, you create it. So that's why I don't think, because of all the wisdom you have, you know how to create what you want. So you don't just this is there, okay, this energy is also there with you, but there is also another persona where you feel like, since you have all that wisdom, you feel like you can create it and you can do what you want. And that's why you don't care much about all the other energies. But if anything comes your way, you also deal with it. At the same time, you know what you want and you know what you want to create. They know that you are a magician, powerful human who knows who they are. Okay? Very powerful human. That's how they feel about you. That's a message I have for you. Pile number 1. Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Let us start with pile number 2. You are a person who tries to be at peace, okay? But you don't run away from difficulties. You face your difficulties. You don't run away. You make sure that you get heard of. You make sure that you face all your difficulties. You don't just run away from it. Even though you fear it, you still know how to protect it. And people are knowing that. And it is very hard for you to carry all those fear, listening to all those judgments, but still see things for exactly for what they are. It is difficult for you, but you do it. There is fear in front of you. Pile number pile number 2. There is fear, but still you do it, and people could see it. Uh, how can you actually carry all these kind of energies, but still how are you able to do it? That is actually something great. I appreciate you for that. And there is love, there is all and when you do things, I think you do it with lot of love. you actually aim for 10 of cups. You just don't aim for uh, you just don't always think from your mind. You also think from your heart, and you make sure that you are fulfilled emotionally when you do things. You just don't just uh, do things for the sake of doing. You make sure that you are being emotionally fulfilled, and what you're doing to anybody, uh, they are also being emotionally fulfilled. You go from your heart. Yes, there are things that you need to see from your mind. You see those things, yet you do it. You make sure that you listen to your heart most of the time. And that is why there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of I think you could be a water sign, but still you could be an air also, or any other sign. I'll just give you what I'm seeing. There is, because you actually listen to your heart and do things, there are people who tries to, they also know that you confuse with a lot of things. You don't just, because there are a lot, when you only listen to your heart, there is like a lot of emotions which you need to give, which you need to carry when you are actually, that's how they see you. You get a little confused, you get a little uh, carried away. Sometimes certain things are illusions, but you don't just, yeah, sometimes it is not very easy to be this way, but still you do it. But still you are a very loving person, very caring person, and people could see that a lot is happening within your head. But still you come to your heart, you listen to your heart, you go by your heart. And then you get hurt also. That also people are seeing. Sometimes you're getting hurt, but you don't give up. You again and again and again, you just make sure that you heal, and then you wake up, and then you change. There is also a lot of changes that is happening to you emotionally. uh, okay, this is just a message for you from my side. I think you could also be someone, what you're going through right now is also purging, cleansing a lot of emotions, because all the time I see you like taking decisions by your heart, going by your heart, listening to what is needed for others. Okay, and that is why people actually like you despite all the difficulties. There is this sort of an empathic energy from you. Yes, there is this empathic energy from you. What I suggest you to do, yes, and try to. This is just for you, my guidance from my side for you. Try to listen to your intuition as well, as much as you listen to your heart, and see what is best for you at that moment. Accordingly you move, accordingly you take decisions. What have people realized about you? That how much ever difficulties you face, whatever you're going through, whatever fears you have, you just still just go through, and you just also go by your heart. You don't just give away, you don't judge much about things. Though how much ever tough you are, you make sure that everything is being done, everything is being heard, everyone is being heard. At the end of the day, sometimes you get hurt. Yes, you get hurt, and you again get into another new you. But sometimes the cycle is being repeated for you. This is just my message for you. Okay, the cycle is getting repeated sometimes. You need to be aware of that. Okay, how else people see you? Pile number 2. What have people realized about you? Pile number 2. What have people realized about you? Yeah, there is awakening. You realize a lot of things about everything and anything, and people have seen the growth, how you had grown. That is also something uh, very evident in you. Despite all this uh, moments you are going through, there is also growth. They also see, people also see how you had grown, how you have understood yourself, how you have embraced yourself, how you have embraced your path. That is also something people have understood about you. Something about your throat chakra or your heart chakra, okay, that has gone through uh, activation recently. Throat chakra and your heart chakra. Throat chakra, what I mean is you have realized about your power of expression, and you have also realized the importance of how you want to give and how you want to receive. This could be something you might have realized in this during this time period. Okay, this is something that is coming up. But then I think now, after a lot of these realization, people have also seen you like how they can co-create with you, how you can co-create with people, how you can be equal to people. That is also something people have seen you. Though this six of materials in the other card, it is different. I'm only seeing this card right now. So what I would say, what I can see from here is about you wanted to be equally seen, you wanted to be equally given. That is also something people have realized about you. And you want your path to be clear, and you always wanted to go upward, you always wanted to grow. If anything that is coming towards you to as an obstacle, you don't stay there. If something doesn't is actually obstructing your growth, you just reject it, you just reject it, you don't care about it, and and you turn another way to move upward. That is something people could people have realized about you because of the awakening and the, yeah, people have literally seen your growth. Pile number 2, this is literally your growth. Who you were to who you are right now is something they have realized about you. Whatever something is bothering you, whatever it is, you always try to resolve things in silence. You like to resolve things in silence. You just don't make a big fuss about it. But then, when you actually try to portray, it is something big. It comes out as something big, something very powerful. I don't know whether it is big, but when, yeah, when it is coming out of your silence, you also learn it to make it very powerful. You have understood this, you could have understood this in a hard way. What else people have realized about you? You're starting a new journey. You are moving somewhere, you're going away somewhere, you're walking towards light. Look at the ladder. You have just used a ladder and come up, and you just keep walking. You don't just look back. You don't just, yeah, you don't look back. Look, the growth you had so far, it is actually a cycle that is like you have crossed all these stages. So much of growth showing, and people have realized that about you, how far you have come. People could see that and they respect that for you. Amongst all these difficulties, despite having all these difficulties, you still thrive, you still grow, you still move, and you just go on. That's great, pile number two. It's quite appreciable. That's a message I have for you, pile number two. I think it's over. Do share your thoughts in the comment section below if this reading resonates with you. I would appreciate that. Let us start with pile number three. Forbidden chamber, disobedience. Someone here is a rebel. Who's that rebel? This is the straight opposite card, but still. Who likes to be a rebel? I like to be a rebel, but I don't know. This is something entirely different. Pile number three. It is about you like to change rules. You are not a person who like to follow rules. You like to change rules because you know you do what there is a right and wrong for you, and you go according to with that, and you don't go by the book. You try to take routes that are not just favorable for you, what you think is right and wrong for you, and what you think is actually ethical, what you think is actually right for that circumstances, for that situation. You just don't blindly follow belief. You just don't uh, easily accept things. It is very hard for people to convince you. You could be a lawyer, you could be a lawyer, or you could be, this is just I'm giving you an example, or you could be a person with having these kind of characteristics, whichever I mentioned. I got some confirmation. I will just still get some more confirmation. Pile number one, yes, you follow your path. You just don't care about what others are doing, what others are following or not following. You just follow your path, whether it is right or wrong or tough, or how it is going to be, whether it is nice. You don't care. You don't care. You just go by your rules. You just go by your intuition. You don't just no. If others are saying like it is, if others are following certain things, okay, saying that it is actually the norm and this is how it's supposed to be, and you are a person, no, that doesn't keep me happy, that doesn't give me any purpose, I'm not going to do that. A little related to pile 1, but entirely different, okay? Little related to pile 1, but your pile is entirely different. If that doesn't give me any happiness, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so that's the kind of energy I'm getting through your pile. It is all about what is wrong at that point, what is right for you at that point, and what is being. Especially, I think you are a person who follow your purpose, and even if somebody, you have to hurt somebody. See, you don't hurt anyone with purpose. Please try to understand what I'm trying to say. I'm not telling you that you hurt people with intention. If you feel like saying something to someone and that is right, and you will do it even if it hurts that person, you are being assertive. I'm not seeing any aggressive nature here. You are just being assertive. But if that hurts, that is their problem. You don't intentionally hurt anyone, but you are just trying to be straightforward. That is also one energy I'm seeing from you, that people have realized about you. And how much ever people try to report you, okay, how much ever people try to report you or people try to pull you down or something, you know how to move away from the troubles. I think you, okay, this pile, I think you have the, you get all these insights, or the, you're highly intuitive. Okay, even pile 1 is highly intuitive, but that is all about knowledge and wisdom. But your pile is all about, I don't see any sort of aggressive energy here. Okay, I see very bold and courageous moves, but not aggressive at all. No, please don't get me wrong. Even if it is aggressive, also that is fine. But I'm not saying anything aggressive. I am just seeing you being you, and you don't care about, give a damn about uh, if 10 people, if 9 people are following the same thing, you are not the person who will be the 10th person. There is that sheep story, right? Or goat story, where I don't know, i'm I want to focus on this. I don't want to get into that energy, but I just remembered, yeah, you do not want to be the 10th person to follow the same thing which is wrong, which doesn't align with you. You just go by what is aligned with you, with your book. You are not a person who goes by the book. You have your own right and wrong, and you go according to that. And even if something comes your way, you know how to get out of it and then move towards your path. Even if anything that doesn't align with you, even if you face any problem because of all this nature, you don't care much. You still try to move towards your path, and you know how to come out of that difficult phase also. Not difficult, okay, you know how to navigate that path and move towards, again move towards your alignment. You are very swift, you can escape things, you know how to escape things, and because you read or you figure out, you can see things clearly. That's why I said you can, yeah, you have this power of words or something like that. Sometimes there is this wishy-washy energy is also there, and that is needed, and people have realized about it. And whenever there is happiness that is needed, you also join with people, you also be happy with people, and that is also there. I'll just get some confirmation for the sun card. See, this is this thug life card. I feel that way. Thug life, don't care attitude, which is really good. At the back of your mind, at the back of this thing, you are just a human, okay? You don't actually try to possess this energy, okay? This is like, okay, I will just give you a just, even in this Good Omen movie, uh, this person, this is the other angel who actually works in hell, but he is also a very good human being at heart. But the way he possesses the energy, he is a very very good human being at heart. But he doesn't want people to see him that way, because people will expect things from him. So he likes to be aggressive. He shows himself as aggressive, but actually he is a very good person, very good human being at heart. If you actually see through his heart, that is how he will be. I think you will also. Another example is coming to me. There is this Vampire Diaries. I forgot his name. There is another anti-villain who becomes a hero later. Who, yeah, that sort of a character is this person. I don't know. Suddenly the movie came to me. So usually I don't get, but today I got it. So I just wanted to say. So I see you. I think though you read a lot of books, you just don't blindly believe things. You just make sure that, as I see you, you are a very good human at heart, very good person at heart, but you just don't blindly believe things. If something doesn't align, that doesn't align. You don't blindly, you do not want to fit into any box. Okay, you do not want to fit into any box, but you just want to do your thing and make sure that it is right, and make sure that you do not follow the used path. You follow a different direction, and that really works for you. And that also, and people could see that, and also that works for people around you. That also people could see that. But the way it is coming across, that is entirely different. And that is okay. Pile number three, that is up to you. Whatever, this is a very rebellious energy, but in a very good way. All the three piles are good. It depends on your energy, on how you want it to. This is just me telling you how you come across towards other people. Sometimes sometimes you just face people. Whenever you wanted to face people, you just face people eye to eye. You just don't uh, deviate, or you just don't get scared. You just face people eye to eye, and that is very daring. People think actually it is egoistic. Actually, you are not at all egoistic. They think, okay, they understand, but you just face people eye to eye. That's what people, that's something people have realized about you. Earlier they might have thought that you are actually egoistic. No, you just face people, and people could see that. You also want to be around people. You also wanted to create your 10 of pentacles. You also wanted a home, wanted a family. But then I'll tell you why people have realized this. In the at the mm, maybe in the recent past or past, you might have taken a different path. So people might have thought, oh, what is this person doing? Do they wanted to grow? Do they wanted to achieve big? Do they wanted something normal just like anybody else? Is what people would have thought. But they also understood you are just taking a different path, but you wanted the same thing. That is also something people have understood about you. Okay, that's a message I have for you, pile number three. Do share your thoughts in the comment section below if this reading resonates with you. And thank you for joining me today. I hope these insights provided the clarity and direction you need as you move forward. If this reading resonates with you, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more sessions. And I look forward to connect with you in my next reading. Bye.